Call this regular meeting of the meeting of the Park Board Commissioners for Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022 into order. Time is 5:53 p.m. Roll call of commissioners.
Victor Farias.
Helen Rigo.
Joseph De Silva, Commissioner Sylvia, and Commissioner Burns are both absent. At this time, I'm going to ask Commissioner Farias to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'm going to ask if we can have a moment of silence for Al Lemer, who is a pioneer of getting the Quequechan River Trail, and it's named after him. Thank you. Rest in peace, Al. Okay. Open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio, video, or recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made whether perceived or unperceived by those present and are deemed knowledgeable and permissible. Acceptance of the minutes from the September 7th, 2022 meeting.
I'll make a motion.
to accept.
Second that.
Commissioner Rigo made that motion to accept, seconded by Commissioner Farias. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we have any citizen input?
Nope.
No citizen input. New business. Item A, letter from Greater Fall River Recreation requesting the use of Kennedy Park for a Christmas parade on Saturday, December 3rd, 2022. This is an annual event.
Make a motion to grant that.
Second.
Commissioner Farias made that motion to grant, seconded by Commissioner Rigo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item B, letter from Mass Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs. Funding for a skate park at Abercourt was not approved. So if you guys remember, we had the grant writer come before us, I think, a couple of meetings ago, to do a presentation on the skate park for us to approve for the Parks grant, but it did not get approved for the skate park at Abercourt, so we'll have to try again. So, a motion to place this on file.
Make a
Motion to make it
motion.
on file.
Second that.
Commissioner Rigo made that motion, seconded by Commissioner Farias. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item C, letter of thanks from the Diocese of Fall River thanking the board for the use of Kennedy Park for their annual procession peace event that was held on October 10th, 2022.
Make a motion, place on file.
Second.
Commissioner Farias made that motion, seconded by Commissioner Rigo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item D, request from Bobby Bailey, Athletic Director at Diamond Regional High School, requesting the use of city athletic fields for the upcoming 2023 spring sports season. Just state your name and who you are.
Hello, members of the Park Board. My name is Bobby Bailey. I'm the Athletic Director at Diamond Regional Vocational Technical High School. I come before you requesting the use of city parks I do understand that you do not make that decision until January, but I just wanted to put it on your radar. We'll be requesting to use the parks because, as you all know, the school will be rebuilt and our athletic fields will be taken over. So I just wanted to put it on your radar, and I'll be back in January to kind of have that discussion.
Any questions from the commissioners?
No.
Okay.
Make a motion to place on file.
Yeah.
Make a motion to place this letter on file.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Ferris made that motion, seconded by Commissioner Regal. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
See you in
Thank you.
January.
Thank you. Later.
All right. Item E, information from Starks Architect, award the bid of the basketball court renovations at Berlin Park.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept,
Second it.
seconded by Commissioner Regal made the motion to accept, seconded by Commissioner Farias. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So just so the public knows, Joey, the low bidder, you should tell the low bidder.
Oh.
Because it was awarded to the low bidder.
Yes. This was gonna be awarded to the low bidder, which would be Century Paving and Construction Corp. Fall River Company.
Yeah, in the amount of $174,000.
$174, excuse me, $174,800. They were definitely a low bidder. Okay. Thank you, Mrs. All right, item F, information stock architect award of the bids for the installation of ball field lighting at Maplewood Park. I'm gonna ask Mrs. Smith to bring us up to date on this.
So basically, we had the bid opening Friday. It was our hope that we would be able to award the bid today. However, all of the bids far exceeded the money we have for that particular project. So it's back with the architect. He's going to look at it, and I believe we're going to put it out for bid again. They'll tweak a little bit of what we were asking, and then it'll go out for bid again. So hopefully by the December meeting, that can be awarded as well.
Okay. I just had a couple of questions. I know I went with Mrs. Smith to walk the field and when the contractors came down to look at the project and everything. Can I call Mr. Pirano up to the mic, please? Tree warning. So I know I requested Mr. Pirano to go by, look at some of the trees that were in the way there. Have his recommendation and everything. There was a couple of trees there, some big trees that are right near one of the light poles that's gonna be getting replaced tonight. My recommendation was to remove them and plant them with new ones, but I guess it's gonna be astronomical cost and everything. So what Mr. Morano was recommending is to trim them back, spruce them trees up a little bit and everything. So I would just say if we can get some of them trees done at Maplewood Park in the next few months, spruce them up or something, so that way, if we get this, we can get this awarded as soon as possible. If we once we rebid this, because if not, Maplewood's gonna be in a jam to play baseball at.
Well, we have a deadline as well with
Yeah.
the CPA money, so we
Yeah.
have to,
Yeah.
it has to move along.
Yeah. So, do you think we can at least spruce them up there, trim them back?
We can try to get it scheduled and funded. There's 3 trees there. One of them could potentially be removed. The other 2 are in good enough shape, I think, to not warrant removal at this time. So.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, so are we rejecting these bids?
Yeah, I would reject the,
Okay.
well, you know what, I think you can just let it be, so decide what, till purchasing decides. I don't know that it formally needs to be rejected by the board. We don't have the money, so we can't accept them, so I don't know that they have to be
So
rejected.
just place this on file then?
I would place it on file for now till your next meeting.
Okay, why don't we table this until the next meeting?
Yeah.
Can we make a motion to table this until the next meeting?
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Farris made a motion to table this matter until the next meeting, seconded by Commissioner Regal. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item G, tree division planting at Turner Park, Dr. Franken Green and Eastern Avenue. Mr. Parado, come back up.
Okay, so we have, the city was awarded Greening the Gateway Community, Greening the Gateway Community Implementation Grant in the sum of just over $99,000 to plant approximately 175 trees in various locations throughout the city. This fall, we would like to plant at the Dr. Franken Green, Eastern Avenue between County and Pleasant Street, and Turner Playground. So this fall, we should be doing about 60 to 65 trees. And then in the spring, we'll be doing the balance of the trees, which would be here at Government Center on South Main, Sullivan Drive, Frontage Road, and 3rd Street. We'll also be planting at 2nd Street and Spring. I guess down 2nd to Rodman as well. And then South Main Street at William, around like Nick's Hot Dogs, JJ's, that area. And then that's about it. So it's 175 trees, funded again through state TCR grant. Turner Playground we'd like to do this weekend, Saturday. Eastern Ave, we need to start today, tomorrow, the rest of the week, as planting season is quickly coming to a close.
Looking at the Doctor Street area,
Yes.
and mostly the Doctor Street area, I guess what Ms. Smith was telling me is the neighbors down there already complained they lose their water view with all them big trees there. So if we put more trees there, we're probably gonna get major feedback.
Just a thought, just so you're ready for
Just
the,
letting you know.
Okay. I don't think there's much we can do. If I'm remembering correctly, those trees that are blocking the view both at Turner Playground and along Dr. Street are not on city property.
no.
Those are on railroad property.
Yep.
The other issue we would run into, even if they were on city property, is we don't do vista pruning unless we have special earmark funding. The only vista pruning we've done is on Dwelly Street for Cook Pond, and that was an earmark from the state, from Representative Sylvia. So it's the city's policy, the tree division's policy to not do vista pruning.
Right, I'm not asking them.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, I'm just relaying the
No,
information.
just so you know, my concern with him was not that we do any vista pruning.
Right.
It was just that we're gonna be adding to
Yeah.
their,
And then
what they're
they're gonna
saying
complain.
already is an issue, so just so
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanna put as many there, or,
Well,
Just that's
so
your call.
The selection of the locations, just so the board is aware, was based off of three things. Greening the Gateway has specific planting zones that we can plant in, 1. 2, environmental justice neighborhoods, and 3, tree equity score. So we went through the city and looked at tree equity score, which balances a number of different factors to figure out which locations in the city need the most attention for our trees. All of these locations that were selected are the worst equity scores for trees in the entire city, which means they have the lowest rate of canopy cover, the highest ambient temperatures. Heat island effect is a huge health concern, so increasing tree canopy cover wherever we can including in a strip like Doctor Street, where we have ample room for the trees to grow and be healthy and require a lot less maintenance, is something that this city should take seriously. Additionally, I'll add the trees. The trees and the tree location were selected by our consulting arborist, not by me. So they were professionally chosen by someone highly educated in tree management and tree care. So I think we've done a nice job in selecting trees that will provide both health benefits, aesthetic benefits, wildlife benefits, environmental benefits, and everything else that comes with planting trees.
How big is that area over there? Like wide?
It's fairly wide. I mean, I'm not gonna say that the trees couldn't fit there fine. I just wanted to make both the board and Mr. Pirano aware of the situation that does exist there. And that whatever decision is made by the tree department, by the arborist, by
If
whatever,
all of
that's
those
fine
trees
with me.
that are there right now were removed today, and we planted these trees tomorrow, they're not gonna block anybody's view for 50, 60 years.
So what you're saying is it's not a problem.
Not necessarily, but what I'm saying is, we can also maintain the trees that are planted, and, you know, we're not planting them to be what's currently there, which is just invasive brush overgrowth. These are ornamental landscape trees that, I'm assuming somebody's cutting the grass on Doctor Street.
Yeah.
So they'll be continuously mowed and weed whacked around, so that if the city ever developed a policy where they would have vista pruning, this would be ideal for their spacing. You can't, this isn't necessarily to scale, this is, you know,
No, it's a big,
me
it's a
and
big,
the,
it's as wide as this area.
and the arborist on our cell phones while we're out in the field just putting dots on a map.
Yeah.
It's somewhere between 25 and 50 feet apart.
Is where they want to plant a tree?
So we're not creating a wall of trees. They're spread out. You can see that this is I don't know if yours are in color.
Yeah, they are. I made special ones.
The green are large trees. The orange are small. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5,
what's that
6,
yellow
7,
dot?
8, 9, 10,
Yellow
11.
dots are medium.
Yellow dots medium.
Oh,
And then the red is when they have to, like on South Main and everything, is where they have to like remove sidewalks.
We have to remove sidewalks.
So basically, Chris, an example would be that row of trees is gonna be similar to the row of trees that are along Kennedy Park where they
Yes.
walk.
Right,
That's
okay.
that's
Yes.
a visual for you to have.
No, I'm
That's what
just
that
saying-
row of trees would be.
I'm just saying, since we're gonna.
I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware
Yep.
before the trees went in
I like
of the
the
situation.
idea. I was just bringing it to your attention what she was saying that you
Sure.
might get feedback. But I like this area. That's why I was wondering about area and where the playground area is. That's a wide area too, in Turner.
Yep.
I'm just wondering, maybe eventually we can put some benches and some picnic tables down in this area and make another picnic room.
I never heard of that street, Doctor.
I'm just saying, it's a nice area. It's right near the waterfront.
But you can't see the waterfront, so. it's-
Well, I know that, but it might be an area for like the, school kids and everything to come down.
When you're coming down,
We got
look,
some-
Visualize it and everything.
I mean, these trees are already purchased because we want to plant on Saturday.
Yeah.
We got some really cool trees that'll go there. In between the basketball court and that other cement pad there, we've got some nice columnar trees that'll go. So they'll stay really tight. I want to say they're pin oak, columnar pin oaks. Around the monument and flagpole, it's a flowering tree, so there'll be some interest in the spring. A good variety, so there'll be spring color, fall color. I think it'll really enhance the park. We've had some requests of the parks that I've gotten requests for. Turner has been the most popular, Pulaski being another popular request. We planted in Pulaski a couple of weekends ago. That was, I would say, hugely successful. We had a lot of neighbors and young kids out helping us plant, so.
Not to interrupt you, but Ms. Commissioner, I know you were very festive about Kennedy and everything. Mr. Pirano planted you an evergreen tree at Pulaski Park that you can decorate.
He what?
An evergreen, a Christmas tree.
There is. We
Okay.
planted a Christmas tree.
Yes, so
Want to
you can-
decorate it for us too?
So,
I've got a Christmas tree to decorate on November 14th.
Big one. So they let it grow, then they'll cut it down and put it in front of here.
That's why we planted it.
Isn't that what they're doing? Where's the Christmas tree coming from this year?
they don't cut it out of the parks, they get it donated from the community.
Well, this might be one we donate at some point.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
I
so-
like the idea.
Do we like this plan, guys?
I
Any
do.
questions?
No.
No
It's your
questions?
best discretion, just wait.
All right,
I make a motion that we
approve this plan
approve this
and get,
plan
and grant permission?
and get grant permission, yes.
Second.
Second. Second, fast though.
Jesus.
Commissioner Farias made that motion, seconded by Commissioner Regal. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Commissioner inquiries.
I don't have any.
Nothing.
I'm all set.
Any commissioner inquiries? Okay. Want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving to the public and to my fellow colleagues and everything over here.
Same to you.
And in honor of Veterans Day, to all our veterans.
Forgot all about that.
Yep. Thank you.
How did you forget?
Make,
I don't know.
So,
Seemed like I'd see you guys before
all
then.
right. So I have a
Motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner, made by Commissioner Farias, seconded by Commissioner Regal. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
aye.